Welcome or welcome back to the channel. I'm Tequila B with TruLuv Designz, and I thank you for joining me in this video. It took a lot for me to just work up the nerve to get back in front of the camera after my recent loss. If you've all been following, I did a recent post. I lost my mom about 2 weeks ago, and it's been a little rough, but like my dad said, we can't stop living and we must press on. So on one of my better days, when I was really having a good day, me and my daughter went ahead and took part in the Joann sale that was happening last week, not this current sale. It was the sale on the Simplicity patterns for $2.99. There weren't many patterns that I wanted in this release. I did see some other videos here on YouTube and I just wasn't interested in a lot of them, but I did pick up two. So I'll share those with you first. And the first one is Simplicity S9897. This pattern is a unisex sweatshirt in 2 lengths, and it's this pattern here. My daughter actually picked out the pattern because she and my baby girl love oversized t-shirts and sweatshirts. So she kind of persuaded me to go ahead and get this pattern because I was going to put it back. The next pattern is Simplicity S9913. Now this one is a 1950s vintage pattern and it's described as Mrs. Dress. This one was not on my list, but when I went inside Joann's, it did catch my eye and I decided to go ahead and grab it. Now I did pick up 2 pattern envelopes because they are different size ranges. I know sometimes with the vintage patterns, they run a little small, and then I was looking at the finished garment measurements on the back and I just wanted to be safe. I will say that in most of the other vintage patterns that I have, I do have both pattern envelopes just to be safe because I don't want to, you know, run the risk of when I get ready to sew it, it's not in print anymore or I can't find it. Now, I was not going to buy any fabric. However, I did want some cute summer or like tropical fabric to make something very summer-like with, but that fabric was like $5.99 a yard, and I kept saying I'm not gonna pay $5.99 a yard today for fabric. But I did see a clearance rack where they pulled some fabric off the shelf and had it kind of in the center aisle, and it was like 60% off. Now I will say that this fabric ended up being about $7.99 a yard. Okay, exactly. I could have just went ahead and got the $5.99 a yard woven fabric. I know, I thought about it a little bit earlier and like I could, you know, just shake myself, but anyway, I did it. And I'm really not upset about it because the fabric is gorgeous, okay? I only picked up 2 cuts, one for me and one for my daughter. So this one is, let me make sure I tell you exactly what it is. Okay. So this fabric is a rib knit. It's brown sweater rib knit, 50% rayon, 30% polyester, and 20% nylon. And this is what it looks like. It has that great braided design. And my daughter actually picked this out because she wants like a cardigan with this. And I was going to only get 2 yards, and she's a little shorter than me. So I figured 2 yards would be fine for her. But then I said I didn't want to risk it. So I went ahead and got 3 yards. Well, when the lady was cutting the fabric and she rolled it out, there was like a little bit more fabric left on the boat. I think like 3/4 of a yard. So she went ahead and gave me the rest at a discount, obviously. So I almost have like 4 yards of this fabric. So it should be more than enough for my daughter to get a cardigan out of it, and then I could possibly make something for myself as well, or something for one of the other girls, who knows. The next fabric that I purchased is a jersey knit. It's purple and yellow flower, DTY double bush. It says double bush, but I want to say that probably should be double brush. 48% recycled polyester, 48% polyester, and 4% spandex. I always take pictures of the end of the bolt so that I know exactly what I'm getting. And my daughter kind of picked this one out too. And I saw it, but I overlooked it at first and I was like, I'm not gonna get it. But then she saw it and she was like, Mama, this is really pretty. And I was like, you're absolutely right. And I got 3 yards of this and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Hopefully I'll get to make a dress out of it before summer is over. Who knows? It just kind of depends on how I feel. Yep, very stretchy. And I'm actually pretty glad that I went ahead and purchased that fabric because I'd seen it before but didn't get it. You know, it wasn't really calling to me like that. But I think this fabric is good for fall or winter. And you know me, I don't really care about what season it is. If I like it and it's comfortable and it fits me, I'll wear it whenever. So that's all that I got in this Joann sale. I do want to give big hugs and thank yous to everyone that sent me their condolences and prayers. We still do need them, so continue to pray for us. If you've liked what you've seen here and you want to see more sewing content like this, make sure you hit that like button below and hit subscribe. It costs you nothing. It's absolutely free, and I would love to see you in the next video. Until then, keep sewing.